Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're watching us from. This is Homa Bay Unplugged, voices from the heart of the lake. And as you know, in each and every episode, we bring you one of the change makers, people who are doing remarkable things in the society, whether in music, art, from the lake, wherever they are doing exceptional things that's changing the society around them and also the world. And as you know, in these episodes, we're taking Homa Bay Unplugged international. And this episode is shot straight from the heart of Kampala, and you are in Namugongo with amazing people. We've had a lot of guys, and today we have a lady on set who's going to give us amazing, brilliant insights on what it entails to live and be in and around Kampala. Welcome to the show. Stay tuned, and we have a lot of things in store. Stay tuned. This is Homa Bay Unplugged, voices from the heart of the lake. And to take it up, drum rolls, we are on to...
My name is Chelsea. Chelsea Brenda.
Yeah, Chelsea Brenda.
Yeah, so I'm so happy to be here with you and welcome to Uganda.
Thank you very much.
Growing up, I grew up, it was a normal child, like no growth. I was a humble child, very humble.
Yeah.
I never used to go to the neighbors. In fact, going to the neighbors was hard for me. My mom was so hard on me. Like, she always wanted you to be at home, indoors. Like, I would never play. At times, we would go to parties with them, maybe weddings, and then they have to take, once it's 7, they tell the maid to take us back home because we are children. And yet our family friends, we would go with them and their families and their children. And then they would stay there till the event is done or the function, and I would feel bad because I also wanted to stay there and see what they always do after parties.
Experience, yeah.
Yes, but then my parents were so hard. They would, once it's 7, take her back home.
How many siblings are you growing up?
It was just me and my young brother.
Amazing,
Yeah.
like a close, it's like big family.
Yeah.
And how was it schooling?
Schooling was hard. I was a day schooler.
Yeah.
And we used to wake up so early in the morning to prepare to go to school. And, I have, how do you call that situation where you cry a lot?
Yeah.
In Uganda, we call it chejo.
Yeah.
That feeling of being spoilt and pampered and small, telling you you're going to school, you have to cry, you go to school crying, you feel forced to go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really never loved going to school.
Oh.
It has never been my cup of tea.
Your cup of tea.
Even when I finished campus, I still didn't like school.
You still didn't like school.
Yet, it's the only way to go. You can't dodge it.
Okay. And your parents, what were their occupation growing up?
Growing up, my father used to work with National Water and Sewage Corporation, but unfortunately he died last year in December.
So sorry.
So
rest in peace.
So my mother was she was a primary teacher, but she retired recently.
So she used to be the teacher in your school or at a different school?
My mother was a teacher in a government school.
Okay.
She's a government worker. And then I was in a private school. Because they believe studying in a private school is more empowering, though the good government schools like the one she was teaching, that are very good. They have nurtured good students. A lot of big people have come from that school. So my childhood has been a humble one.
Amazing. Are there any favorite pastimes you had growing up?
Yeah.
Things that you remember you still cherish?
Yes.
Yeah.
One time, they always hold a year tour, because my school was in Bale. I studied in Bale. All my primary, high school, I was in Bale.
Yeah.
And they would hold trips, and then they would tell us, you're going to Kampala, then they tell you you're going to the airport, you're going to Jinja, the source of the Nile, and then your parents were supposed to pay like some money. They tell you you're going to Coca-Cola, you're going to Britannia to eat biscuits and sweets. So this happened as in P2, and they paid for me to go for that tour. Unfortunately, when they were reading, of course, if you're going to for the tour, you sleep at school. And then in the morning you wake up early. They roll call. If they call your name, you enter the bus. So they called out all names and they mistakenly skipped my name.
Your name,
So I cried. They went, they confirmed, they said the teachers checked, they were sure my name was not inclusive. So I went back home and I found my mom preparing to go to school to teach. She asked me, why are you here? I told her they have left me that I did not pay. Then my mom called my dad. Do you know what? They've left your daughter. My dad was mad. He went to the school and he just kicked that bursar's door. And I said, I paid for my daughter. What happened? He left my daughter after I paid for her. Are you sure? He blasted those guys. And then the director of the school came and comforted my dad and he told him the next time you have a trip, she was the first to enter. And in P3, when we had that trip, I was the first to enter because they were paying 70,000 back then.
That was a lot of money.
That was a lot of money. Nowadays they pay 100, 150, but back then that was like
that was a lot of money.
2009. He was so furious. That I never forgot.
That's just
like,
a
do you know how you
experience.
Sleep excited?
Waiting to
and
go.
Then they leave you. All your friends are going. My mom had prepared for me things for the kids. I gave me pocket money. I cried. Yes.
But that's amazing. That's amazing also, like, for parents protecting their kids. And for that now, like, your entire primary school, you had to go through to all the trips.
Everyone knew me in my primary school, like, starting from the director to my teachers to the, like, everyone knew me that I had that tough dad. Those things, okay, sometimes we would not have school fees. Then they send you home. Then he's like, but I talked to the director. After even talking to you, to let my daughter study as I look for a way to pay. And then you just say, no, you should have called me. It's not safe for a child to be sent home.
You had an amazing dad.
I was a daddy's girl.
For sure. Anyone can tell.
So, and when we moved to high school, I was very quiet. Till when I joined A-level, I was the disciplinary prefect, the head of discipline, because my school was also a staunch Muslim school. But when I joined the school, at first I went to the sheikh and told him, do you know what, I want to convert and become a Muslim. Then he told me, you're still young, make 18 years, come back and tell me the same thing. I know how to recite the Quran.
What drew you to wanting to be a Muslim at that time?
At that time, the environment, those people are clean, the hygiene, because being a girl, that religion has groomed ladies to be very hygienic. So deep down I love the hygienic part that even when you go to class, how you leave your beds, you go into the washroom, you go with water, you don't use tissue, you go with water. Those were very nice memories. And it was a must that in senior 1 and senior 2, you have to do Quran, do Arabic, and study Islam. So I learned and I was like, I want to become a Muslim. But then as time went by, because I come from a staunch Catholic family, so as time went by, I just felt like, no, I should stay here in my religion. But the experience I got there was nice. Of course, we used to eat pilau every single time. It was nice. So in A-level, I didn't have any bad record at school.
So you always
I was
straight.
I was like, I'm among those girls that we weren't so much into the picture, yet we're so humble.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if maybe I had an issues, maybe at times having poor performance in the science subject. So that's the only time that teachers would come and call you out and then beat you. You perform badly.
Yeah.
I don't know, in Kenya, do they cane?
Yeah. Us growing up, they used to cane, but now for this generation, they don't cane at all.
For us, they would cane. They would cane you perform below the pass mark.
Yeah.
They would cane you. So maybe that is the only way they would get to know me. But other than that, I wasn't in any scandalous in any way. And my school, being that it was Muslim, they were so strict. So when I told my friends I'm thinking of contesting as a disciplinary prefect, I'm like, Kyuko, I go think you don't have any issues. They've never found you then illegal. We used to call our phones illegal. So they've never found you in any scenario. So please do.
Yeah.
And then I went for the screening and I went through and I got that post without I went unopposed.
Amazing. Yeah, and so now at this time, what would a discipline prefect do?
Our discipline prefect, you would handle issues. Of course, this was a single-sex school. There were no bad scenarios of maybe lesbians, but they had those things girls would do, like maybe theft, fighting. And then now if you found someone and they fought, you can't beat them, but you can just assign them, please, you're going to mop your class.
I see.
Issues of theft, issues of fighting. There were always those small habits, but it wasn't. Yeah, also maybe kids behaving in an unruly way when you fit your uniform, like being disrespectful to a teacher, and then the teacher talks to you and you talk back, or you know, there's those small things. So you always have to come in as a prefect. And also maybe if we've gone outside the school for sports, for volleyball, netball, you always have to ensure that the kids, the students are not misbehaving, because it's a single-sex school. So when they go out, we would get exposed to guys. So you just have to make sure that if you always choose students who are not going to embarrass the image of the school.
I see. And also now, like in high school, did you have, let's say, like the best pastimes, the things that you used to do just apart from studies? Or were there boys involved in...
No, not in any way. Boys would never be involved. Because this was a school, a Muslim school, and they believed a lot in Sharia law.
I see.
Yeah, there was a lot of Sharia law, but we had beautiful moments. The seasons of Eid. Those seasons.
You guys also used to fast?
No, it was optional, but you just find yourself doing it out of free will because it felt nice.
Yeah.
Waking up in the morning to dako, then you eat that food, then after you fast the whole day, then in the evening there is fatali, there is juice, there are dates. Like, it was such a nice
just amazing food preparations and stuff.
And then Eid, most on the Eid of for cutting cows. It's called Eid Aduha. So that Eid, we would have a lot of, like, every day they would cut a cow. Every day they would cut a cow for students and for the staff. It was, they would put beef in the kitchen, and if you're tired of that beef of soup, you can then cut a piece, roast. And it was there in
roast yourself?
Yes, like the meat was like a whole cow for students. We're not so many.
So many students.
So you would still go cut, roast, cook. It was such a beautiful experience. Personally, every time I would go home from school, my mom would look at me and be like, "But are you from school? This weight. Is it free? Are you from school?" Like, you would look healthy, like you're not someone who has been frustrated because of books. That
was an amazing time growing up. And then were you also into arts?
More arts, not really. art and design. I think the only thing I can do is graphics. Like you go, you create your own. Like I can make a frame. I don't have an example, but I can make a frame and then maybe get tea leaves, get rice, beads, and design it up so nicely. Yeah, I can make something.
Okay. And now during like what did you guys used to do during like your leisure time in school?
There were games, netball, volleyball. I was just a morale booster.
Oh, you were just on the cheering squad.
I see. Like I was so humble that I didn't participate in it. Oh, maybe I participated in patriotism.
I see.
Yeah, patriotism. Actually, we all participated in patriotism.
Amazing.
And patriotism here in Uganda is the only way to show the love for your country.
Okay, I see. And then in high school, was Dad also involved in education, in scolding the teachers?
Now in high school it was about me.
Yeah.
He comes to school to see me, and then the report card shows Islam 80, Quran 95, Arabic 80. Then art subjects 60, then sciences 40, physics 32. I'm like, I'm wasting my money on you. Instead of you focusing on these sciences, you're busy focusing on Islam. Why is Islam going to take? You're learning Arabic. I'm wasting time on you. First go back home and sleep. Because of course VDs are like that. You can't guarantee that you're going to perform well in the middle. Remember, you've just come from holidays. Term exams, then mid-term exams. So it was really hectic for us.
Did you ever bust the principal's door again in high school?
No. He didn't. Usually he would come, maybe if he's passing around, he always used to buy newspapers from me. Every Friday he would come to the pastor's office, give him Micah upkeep, weekly upkeep, because if he gives me a lot of money, I would misuse it. So he would give me money that would sustain me for a week.
For a week,
and then he brings like the newspaper, and then he also brings for you bread. So usually I never lacked bread at school. I always had bread. I usually had newspapers.
So newspaper, like what is your favorite part in the newspapers, or when you getting the Friday newspapers?
Whenever I would get the newspapers, I would first look at the headlines. And then before I could go into deep to read the headlines, I would go and read the horoscopes.
Oh, so that's why you loved
that's why I loved newspapers. I would love to read the horoscopes. Though they told me it's not godly. I'm a Scorpio, so I just always wanted to know what
your stars say.
What my stars say about me at that period or that time. That is it. Though I also did some illegal things though. It was not like I was smart. Because of the time when we finished Form 4, when we organized a party. Our school really banned parties. It is illegal. It's not out of Sharia law that you play music, listen to it. So for us, we organized an end of year party. Form 4 party. Because Form 4s usually do UNAB. So after doing that, we put a party, and then camera, we sneaked in phones.
Wow.
So
and you at that time you're the discipline.
No, that was
before. Okay.
So we were just waiting for one paper to do it, and then we leave.
And then you leave school.
So that's how we did. We sneaked out. We sneaked in. We held the party, and then there were form belows who kept like standing all over all windows. All windows to see. They wanted to peep. They were excited to see what was going on. Inside there. Then when we had a teacher who was a lion, he was called Mr. Laibo. That even when you just say Mr. Laibo, the whole school can get silent in a second.
Really?
He was. That guy was tough.
So what did you used to fear him? Like, it was a code name that you gave him? Or?
He would cane.
In high school?
He would come like during preps, because I was a board, I would come like during preps, and then he stands in some corner outside on a window.
Yeah.
He observes people who are ready, people who are jazzing, people who are playing.
Yeah.
Then later he enters, then he starts, you,
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
you, hello, you, can you stand up, please? Then you lie down, then beats you.
Yeah.
Like, he was the lion of the school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up to now, they still praise him.
They still call him a lion.
Yeah, though he left, but his name, he left a legacy. Yeah, he was so tough.
I see. So now this time you guys brought phones.
Yeah. So Mr. Laibo enters. Like, when the people saw him outside, he just signaled for them, keep quiet, don't say a word.
Yeah.
So this is just how he entered into our dormitory.
Yeah.
Girls are on a run with girls have dressed, they're modeling, because we had modeling, dancing, we had miming in our function.
Yeah.
So girls were modeling, and then the guy just entered. The school just got silent, that only us inside there. And but we didn't really focus. First we thought people were paying attention to what was going on.
Yeah.
Tell me how the guy enters.
Yeah.
And then everyone hides. We all hid under the beds, under the what.
Yeah.
Then he asked, who is the organizer? And we're three, me, Irene, and Shamim.
Yeah.
And then Shamim took the bullet for us.
Yeah.
They took Shamim. They made her write a letter. Then he reported us to the DOS. But the DOS told him, these are from senior falls, they're leaving. So, the following day, we had an ambush, and they came and they wanted to check if, like, an ambush is just coming to show up randomly.
Yeah.
Then they check for phones, and then they didn't find, but unfortunately, as we were this side being checked, our school was neighboring a limbo. A limbo is like a cemetery, but for Muslims. Yeah. So it's just the fence that separates the school. Yeah. And a limbo was accessible to anyone. Like, anyone could access the limbo. Yeah. So she had called her brother, and when the brother came, she threw for him the camera, because at the function we were recording, we were taking pictures. Yeah. So we took pictures, and actually the day we finished our paper, they brought for us our pictures. She got someone to bring for us the pictures.
Oh, really? But the camera was confiscated.
They confiscated it, but of course they just confiscated the camera, not the memory card.
Oh, so the guy had already taken the memory card?
Yes. The memory card, the memory card, she had given it to someone else to take to our studio.
Okay.
She gave it to one of the chefs.
Wow, I'd like to meet her. Like, who took the photos? Who was the photographer?
That girl.
The same girl.
They expelled, yes.
What is she doing now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, she never came back. So
I really hope she's in film, because that was so creative at that time.
I don't think she's in film. I think she got married.
Yeah.
Because these are people after senior 4, they went into courses like nursing. Yeah. Yeah, she went for a course, a nursing course. That's the last I heard of her. Yeah. Yeah, so so when the scurry was in our pitch, and he was trying, I don't know what he was doing there. So when he saw someone throwing something to the limbo, and then someone picking it up and moving, then he ran and called the head of security, and they ran towards that man's direction, and they found him, and they brought him to the headmaster's office. It was bad. So they even arrested him in one of the rooms at school and closed him there. And they asked him what did he pick. Then he had to open up and tell them it was a camera. They said, we are confiscating the camera. Then he had to explain this camera is not his. It was a long story, because they even involved her parents. Yeah, but at the end of the day, they expelled her, and they told her, even after you perform well, please don't come back to our school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But she took us nice pictures. I think one of those pictures, and some random album, I think, from the village with my mom. Yeah, those pictures from school. So, yeah. And
that was amazing.
It was such a scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. And then now your dad, like, did he get to know about?
I wasn't in the picture in any way.
Oh, really?
Like, everything. Let me tell you. All the bad things that happened at school, I was always behind the scenes. Even when I was actively a participant. I was always behind the scenes.
I see.
Yeah, I was smart.
Yeah.
Because in Form 6, I smuggled in a phone, a small button phone. But I had the right counterparts, like you would talk to the chefs, be friends with them, and then they keep for you your phone, then they give it to you.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, we were struggling for the bare minimum, because you're having that phone, you're talking to some random boy that you even don't talk to anymore.
Yeah.
By that time, maybe it was your cup of tea, but now you look at him and be like, I would never
this
go
was the
anywhere.
guy like you used to call every other time.
Yes, I can never go anywhere with this guy.
Yeah.
This is someone who would call you and you talk translate. You tie the lombeto. You wrap up your bed.
Yeah.
And then you sleep. You get bed sheets, and because if you sleep down, you get bed sheets and rotate over the decker. So it's a lombeto. So
where was that? Why did you used to have that?
For privacy, like you have an illegal phone, so you tie the lombeto to dim the lights, because the dormitory lights sleep on. So you tie it around your bed, then you cover yourself, then under the pillow, and you talk slowly that even your neighbor can barely hear you. You whisper to your boyfriend. But we were struggling for the bare minimum, because those boys, oh God, they kept us going. Yeah, they kept us going. Yeah. But right now, you find one and you be like, oh my God.
This is what was giving you.
Was this me?
Sleepless nights.
No. Yeah, they would really give you sleepless nights. Yeah. The good thing that you would call them, I'm broke, and then they give you like a 10,000, work at 20, and it would keep you. I had one, he had a sister in the same school. Yeah. So whenever he would come to see my sister, the sister would also come and shop. He would shop for two of us. It was such a nice feeling. That's such a romantic gesture. Yeah. Are you still with the guy or what happened? Are you still with the guy or what happened? No. By the time romantic, I left at least school, he used by to... the time now this is a guy, when I finished senior 6, he started asking me, what are you doing? Come and see me. Yeah. And in my mind, seeing a man, by the time I'm like, I'm going to meet a guy. That's how I get pregnant. I don't want to kill my future. That killed me. Like, why do you want us to meet alone? Yeah. And you're going to see a boy in his home. Yeah. Maybe right now I would even be his wife, but by that time I was still... You're still young. Still young and naive. And I was so scared of meeting. Yeah. Yeah. Being with a man in an enclosed room. Yeah. What are you going to do? You get... So I was so scared. Yeah. I see. Did you eventually overcome the fear? Yeah. Can you pause on to see? We'll just see how to cut. Yeah. Okay, so that was that. Oh, so now you done with senior 4? And senior 6. No. And then now you go to senior 6 still in the same school? Yes. How is it? How is it being in senior 5 and 6? Of course, we would complain. I don't want to come back here. Of course, we were not contented. Yeah. I always had that feeling, I don't want to come back. But A-level was fun because the teachers would respect us a lot. Yeah. Though they would cane us, but not so much like O-levelers. Yeah. Yeah. And then let me just say, like in senior 6, I did entrepreneurship. Okay, like my combination, I did literature, entrepreneurship, geography, stroke ICT. So, it was Form 6. Yeah. And we're supposed to report on 12 February. Yeah. But then, of course, sometimes we don't report on that day we're supposed to report. So I came the day after. It was 13th. It was a Tuesday. Yeah. So I reported in the evening. They checked me. Went to the dormitory. And, you have a lot of stories to discuss with your friends, how your Christmas was, how the holidays went. So the following day, we went to class. We didn't know that these guys had a lesson, and the teacher had given them an assignment. Yeah. And so they were like, and we were only 28 students. Yeah. 28 students who offered entrepreneurship. Yeah. Out of those 28, 5 people had done the assignment and gone to the teacher to consult. And the teacher marked their work. And then 10 did did the assignment, but didn't take the work for marking.
Oh, why?
No, like this one so took their work for marking.
Yeah.
They are just going to consult. So that guy marked.
Yeah.
So this one so did. They thought they were going to collect the books and then take them for marking.
Yeah.
So innocent as we reported on Tuesday, on Wednesday, we have gone. It was 14th February, Valentine's Day, 2019. That guy was called Mr. Kunya somewhere. So he came in class. He was like, "Hello, happy Valentine's." He was such a nice teacher. He, like every time he would come to class, he was so interesting. And he's like, "I gave an assignment. Those who have done it and your work is marked, come aside. There were only 5. And then 10, actually there were 7, not 10. The 7 of them who had the work but it wasn't marked, called them aside and made them to lie down. Then he gave them 5 strokes per person.
Yeah.
And then for us who didn't have the work, we were just, what are they going to do for us? And then he caned them and they sat. Girls cried. And for us, the remaining told us, follow me to the staff room. Yeah. The staff room is where teachers sit and eat and mark your books. Yeah. And then he took us and then he told the teachers, "Hello teachers, today I want you to help me with discipline these senior 6 students because they came from home. They did not bother to research if I had given an assignment or not. And I just want all of you to just give them 2 per person." We made a line, and the teachers were in a circle. So you go from this teacher to the other teacher, from this teacher to the other teacher. They caned us. They caned us. Yeah. Oh my God. That even the student teachers who had never gotten a chance to teach us, we used to like would feel on them because they were young guys. Yeah. Those guys caned us. Everyone was like, "Oh my goodness, we are coming senior 6s. This is a chance." Those guys caned us. Like the person who left the staff room with the minimum canes had 12.
So by the time you are done with this, you are so like, could you even sit?
I could you even sit?
Yeah.
We were so tall, like it was so bad.
Yeah.
That was my worst Valentine's Day. They cleaned us. It was like we went and massaged our bums. Yeah. You know, the times when you know they're going to cane you. Yeah. And you like at least pack. You wear extra clothes. Yeah. But it was just so off guard. Like,
it was so random.
Random, abrupt. Yeah. They caned us. It was so painful. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Any fond memories of you being in senior 5 and 6? What's your favorite subject during this time?
Literature, because we kept on traveling to Kampala because my school was in Valley, so we kept on coming to Kampala to interact with other schools for the prose, poetry, going for those seminars. It was so nice. Yeah. It was such a nice
Also, literature was one of your favorites.
Yeah, literature was one of my favorites.
Oh. I see. So, and now, because you still keep going back before you go to college and uni, at this time, how's your relationship with dad? And then where is mom and your siblings in this picture throughout high school? Yeah.
High school, my mom was in Rwanda. She had gone to work there. She got a job. She requested for a leave, but without payment. If you're a government worker, you're a permanent worker. Yeah. So if you want a leave, you can just ask for a leave without payment. So she went to Kigali to work, but she was also still a teacher there, teaching English. Yeah, so she wasn't there. And then now, I couldn't now stay with my dad because it was just me, my brother, and the maid and my dad. So my uncle came in and then he took us to his place. He was like, these kids need a home where there is a love. So he took us to his place. I started coming from my uncle's place. Like when I'm in holidays, I would stay at my uncle's place, then come back, go to school. And so was my brother. Yeah.
At that moment, did you used to visit mom?
In Rwanda, no.
Yeah,
She would come and she wouldn't announce that she's coming. Just
Yeah.
come back from school on a random day and then you find mommy there.
Yeah.
Then you jump. Of course, she would shop for me. She would send money for my videos.
Yeah.
Usually, I had 2 suitcases.
Yeah.
One was just for grab.
Yeah.
Then the other was for books, soap, and all the other things. Yeah.
And then did she eventually come back to?
Yeah, she came back when I was in senior 6.
Oh, so she stayed there for how long?
Roughly like 6 years.
Wow. So like she took like a sabbatical more or less from the government work, went there for 6 years and then
when she
came
came back, she just went in for early retirement. She just couldn't now work in government because usually the primary teachers are not paid so well.
Yeah.
So she just felt like she could do something else.
And
right now she's into production. She makes nutritious porridge. She's into production. She makes a lot of products, but they're always nutritious for people who have who are diabetic, people with pressure. Like she has that nice nutritious porridge. Not problem, yeah.
Oh, nice. We would like to sample some maybe before we go back. Yes, yeah.
Though right now it won't be possible because she's very far from here. She's in Bali. Yeah, but
Bali
she was here last week.
Yeah,
it's closer to Tororo than to Busia or Malaba.
We can drive through that side.
Yeah, you would.
That's the way we're using. Yeah, because you use the Ginger Road. And then to Busia. Yeah. Yeah.
So she has a lot. That's now another content for another day because she has quite a variety.
Okay. Yeah. And then now, like when she now came, eventually linked up with Dad or?
No.
Yeah.
They had now separated.
Yes. Oh, when she went to
Rwanda, she was just like, I think, if there is no smooth relationship. So she was just so done with the relationship. Yeah. She moved on and also moved on. Though none of them got married. Yeah. Like they just decided, let's co-parent. Yeah. I'll not get another wife. I won't get another husband. But let's just move on with life.
Oh. Yeah. So you used to like visit?
Yeah. Like now my dad, we would get holidays and come to Kampala and stay here with him over the holidays. Yeah. He would also travel from Bali to come this side to stay with us. Okay. Yeah. Because we had a home in Mukono. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. That's really interesting. So now getting into college now? Yeah. At least it's a good nini, and then I will get into college.
I can't sneeze though.
It's staying.
Okay,
right. So now getting into college now. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
College. Here, college is like high school. Then.
Oh yeah. Uni now. Going to university. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, uni. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
To go to university, and I just had a lot.
What are you called to do in uni?
University, I did a bachelor's degree with business administration, and I opted for marketing option.
Oh. Yes. Is that what you wanted to do?
Yeah. I wanted to do business administration. Yeah, and I wanted to do marketing because currently, marketing is one of the jobs you'll get easily in Uganda, and there is digital marketing. Like if you're really serious with marketing, you can get a very good career.
Yeah.
Though people despise it, that it's a job for the uneducated. Yeah. But there are a lot of people who have gotten blessed with marketing, where they are the marketing managers of particular brands in the country, and they've gotten good money out of it. So I thought about it, and I was like, let me do marketing. Let me do a bachelor's degree in business admin, and then I'll opt for marketing. Yeah. So when I joined campus, it was fun. That was now something different. I've been in a girls' school, and then I've reached campus where mixed girls and boys and hostels. this is my door, the next one is for a boy, the other is for a girl. Like, we were so mixed
Yeah.
up, and this was new to me.
Yeah.
It was so new to me. And yeah,
How was it? Like, you talked about boys, you're like, I really need to say something here.
Like, I was so shy.
Yeah.
My exposure, I was so shy. I couldn't like talk freely with someone.
Yeah.
And the boys would come, and you just don't want them to know that you're from a single school. You just have to.
To act the part.
Yeah, and I was at Macquarie University Business School. So
Yeah.
I went with my clothes thinking, these are the clothes I should wear to campus.
Yeah.
And when I reached there, I realized my mom had given me dresses, those dresses you wear to church. Mommy dresses that are so below your knees, like very. So, and being that I'm a daughter of a teacher, so she should always be like, you're a child of a teacher, you need to dress like this.
Yeah.
Again, so I reached campus and I really needed to.
Yeah.
Life now, that's now where the challenges came, because I'd gone to campus, I had dreadlocks.
Yeah.
And now I reached and there was a lot of change. I needed to upgrade.
Yeah.
But I was like, how am I going to get to that level like other girls? I can't fit in society.
Yeah.
So I started doing gigs. Every weekend, I used to have a gig.
Yeah.
Over with Coca-Cola, they have an event, then you go and you be there and you supply people with drinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes we would go like those new companies that are launching, their wines, their beers.
Yeah.
Then you go with them in the field, but they would pay 30K per day. So you would start like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That is like 90K. They would pay to you on a Monday. Then you have money that will sustain you till the weekend. Like that. So I reached a point, and I also now adjusted. I would buy nice clothes that fit in the society. We would do our nails. We would do lashes. We would like go to campus and everyone like, oh, that girl, you look good.
Yeah.
But it was a process, because I wouldn't call my dad and tell him that I want money for this. It would be like, did I send you to go and look good? Oh, yeah, I sent you to go and study. So I was a hustler. I reached a point that I became a pro in this system, that I would not do a gig if you're not paying me 40K and above. Sometimes I would just set the bar and be like, if the deal is not for 50K, I'm not going to work that weekend. And then you get, we would get gigs, and then I would work. Like, they started paying like 50K, and those gigs you would work like for 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then that's like enough money to sustain you throughout the week, That was my like source of income. You go and you work, do those gigs, and then you get money, and then I forget. Like, I don't get into society. You would study that. Sometimes courseworks were hard.
Yeah.
You just had to like pay someone to help you like do it. You work because most of the time you're studying, so you would go pay someone, like most of the take homes where you just have, they give you an assignment and you go with it for a whole weekend, a whole week. So you would pay someone to help you do it, and then you just hand in. Of course, you would get crafty.
Oh, so then you pay them for that?
Yeah. You'd pay him like a 20K or a 10K. But that was like later. But then in third year, I kind of left all those things and I got serious, because I realized if I don't get serious and step up and make them, I wouldn't graduate. Yeah, then that's the only year that I really, in my whole life, it is only third year that I was really like devoted to books. I would read, I would attend discussion groups. I was always into the academics. Yeah,
the third year, that was the final year of school, eh?
Yeah, that was like the only time I got to like be serious with my studies. But year one, I was just chilling. Year two.
And then how was it now?
Year two, I was now into gigs. I would do gigs a lot. Like more than even attending lectures, I would just focus on working.
And how is it now, like dealing with brokenness? Because now you're not getting consistent gigs. You're just buried into books. That day was hard. Okay, by that time I had like now a campus boyfriend. And this is someone you would discuss with. Then you discuss from discussion, you go to hostel, they're the ones who buy you food. Yeah, so that was like
that campus boy.
Yeah.
I think he's there. I don't know.
Are you still with him?
No, I'm not.
What happened?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just that in the middle of that year, I left the hostel. We used to share the same hostel, so I left the hostel and went to another place. So when I went to that other place, he would come once in a while, and then from not coming, he stopped coming. And also, I'd gotten exposed to better people. I just felt like he was not my person anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just kind of moved on. Like you elevate, you kind of
you move to higher levels.
Yeah, you move to higher level because now this is the time I was done with internship, and while you're doing your internship, it was a big government organization, so you've gotten better people, like not necessarily from the organization, but like they can be like, oh, we have a team building, then you go with them, then you find their friends to these people, and then like you get
you get better.
Yeah, you get better. So like I kind of elevated. I kind of became out of reach to most people and my friends. No, that's what we call growth. Yeah. Every time you grow, like when I was in year one, I had over 400 contacts in my phone. Yeah. Every group I'm active. But as you grow, you kind of outgrow. Like now, the girls that I started with being very close are the girls that we started with the gigs in year two. These are the girls I've been with till like now. Like they're my 911s anytime. And we would get gigs, and this gig would take you like for a month. Maybe we've worked with Sensodyne, Cadbury, like those promotions. Then you go, you market it. Like somewhere for 2 weeks constantly, like rapid Monday to Monday. And then others were like weekend. Then you work for it, and then at the end of that month or that period, that the project is done, and then they'll pay you. Sometimes you get like 500K. Not like enough money to pay all your bills. Like we didn't have a lot of bills to pay. So when we finished campus, I didn't have a job, so we still we stuck to those gigs. Until I did a number of them, very different gigs. But they were still all paying. They either pay you like you work for the weekend, and they pay you on a Monday. And others, they would pay you after the project is done. Sometimes we'd even counterplay, like you have a gig you're working from Monday to Thursday, from Thursday to Friday to Sunday, you have a different gig. By the time the money comes, you have like two sources of income. But then I later got tired of being paid over the weekend or every week, because you don't save. You can't save. This is money you're receiving. Let me say they're paying you like every Monday you're being paid like 200 or 300K. First of all, you'll be like, oh, I need to pay this, I need to do this, I need to do this. That money just gets done in a minute. Without you even saving, without you doing anything productive with that money. So I kind of stepped down, and the project also kind of got done. So the people who used to connect us also left those companies, and they upgraded to better jobs. So it was a bit now hard. So now that is when I first sat home, and then I just graduated in January. And then after that graduation week, I went for an interview. I applied to many places, so I went for an interview. And then I got this current job. And it's a forex bureau in Namave, in the industrial area. So apparently it's where I'm working. Have you always dreamt of always being a marketer? Like, is it always what you wanted to do growing up, or is it just a course that you bumped into in campus? Growing up, I always wanted to be on a cabin crew, like an air hostess. I felt like I wanted to there, but I just didn't know how to go about it. And then when I grew up, and then I started having a feeling of being a realtor, someone working in real estate
companies,
but for good deals, like selling us villas, apartments. But then, in Uganda, it's not yet developed like getting realtors. Like it's not yet something that can really pay you off so dearly. You can even spend 6 months selling a particular project and then you just like it's not something very reliable. Usually most of the people working in such businesses are uneducated, like old men, the ones who sell land and stuff. Though I really wanted to be a relator and I was really empowered by those projects, like those TV series like Selling in Aussie, Selling in Tampa. Those have always been my favorite movies.
To do that, yes.
Yeah, I've always watched those series and I've enjoyed them every season because they have seasons that started in 2009, 10, 11, till now. So I've always loved their shows.
Growing up in your life career, were there people that you always looked up to?
In my career, I just always wanted to make my dad proud.
Yeah.
And my mom, my uncle and his wife, my brother, he's my baby.
Yeah.
In fact, if I found a man right now and wanted to date me or wanted to marry me, I'll tell him I have a son.
Yeah.
That is my young brother. So he just has to know that we have another baby.
So will you tell him strictly it's like you have a son, or you just tell him you have a younger brother?
I'll tell him I have my young brother who's my firstborn.
If you could go back to your younger self, what would you tell her?
I would tell my younger self not to set the bar high, not to settle.
Yeah.
She should not settle because the more you get exposed, the better you become. Like, you just don't have to settle.
Yeah.
A little high should not settle because there are a lot of better things that she's yet to discover, that she had not yet even met or discovered yet, but there are better things. She just shouldn't settle.
Yeah.
Because when you settle, you've lowered the bar. Just aim to set the bar as high as possible.
In these moments of life, have there been moments when you are at your lowest?
Yeah. Even now I'm at my lowest, regardless of, despite the fact that I look vibrant, happy, and maybe nice, but like a lot of times, the time that I really felt I was down is getting the news that my dad is no more. That was the sharpest pain I've had in my life. Because he died at a time when my graduation was done and everything was ready. He died in December, and then I graduated in January on 15th. It was like the sharpest heartbreak. In fact, on that morning, I just cried of my graduation. I cried. I was like, this is someone who has always pushed me. Go to school, do this, do that. And then he was normal. It was like it was a very emotional moment for me. From that time till now, I feel like it's something hard for me to adjust to. I still have his numbers saved in my phone. I don't have the courage to delete them. So I just decided to let them be in my phone. And my first change back then, I would get an emergency and I would be like, you know what, I don't have money. But right now, you look for someone to call and you don't say. You can't call your mom and tell her, Mom, I need this. Okay, she's also having, she'll always be telling you, I have my issues, you know these things. You know what, mothers are mothers. They always have excuses. But she always comes through for me when she has. And this is now not the age for me to get from my parents. It's now the time for them to reap from me. Because she'll call you, you know what, this and this, and you don't know where to get money from.
So how have you always managed to go through those moments?
Like, to go through these moments, I get to figure out a way. Like my gigs, I can't fail to get a gig. Even tomorrow, if I want a gig, I can get one. Because I have all the networks, I have all the contacts that it takes for you to get a gig. It's just that, will you get a gig that is going to give you the money you're looking for? Yes, that's the only situation. That's the only thing.
Is there any like great achievement you're mostly proud of so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great achievement. So the greatest achievement I've achieved is being strong and showing up even when you don't need, when you don't know what's next, you just show up. And my social network, quite like I've made a lot of nice friendships, reasonable friendships, because it's these friendships that connect you to something. They're the ones that connect you that there is this job opportunity. Do you think you can work? There is this, like social network. I'm super proud of myself because at least I don't have a lot of friends, but at least the few that I have, they're perfect social network for me. Both males and females.
Amazing.
I wish you could just adopt to being your true self and doing what you really believe you can do. Because people usually people are people pleasers. They always want to please others. Oh, I work here, I do this, I do that. But what you're doing, it's just pressurizing you. Yet you could just do something you are passionate about and it will bless you. It will, like, that one thing you're passionate about doing is what blesses you. What blesses your career, your journey. That's like the beginning of life. At the beginning of source of capital.
If you had all the money in the world, what would you do?
If I had all the money in the world.
If you had all the money.
I would, first of all, I like coming through for these people. How do they call them? These people who are lame, like, and short. Those, how do they call that particular category of people? Ones who are short, like, well, they are like pygmy. I'm not choosing it.
Yeah, like the less privileged. The able. They usually abled. They usually say it's abled differently.
Yes, abled differently.
Yeah.
I've seen those people, a lot of people tend not to come here for them. Yet they're actually beautiful people, they're beautiful souls. And yet, if maybe we could put up a project for them and come here for them, because it's so rare to find such people in big offices. So we would always put up something for them that can also help them push their career. Like, for them something that they really like. And also, I would first of all develop my family. But those are the people I'm very passionate about helping. And then also going to the orphanages and donating, seeing them. Yeah, just in the world, maybe.
Yeah,
I would definitely go to Bali because it's my dream destination. Like, I would definitely want to go to Bali.
Amazing. If are there things that people like, are there things that you don't know about you?
Things I don't know about me?
What do people not know about you?
What people don't know about me?
Yeah.
People don't know that I'm a soft girl. Okay, they know I'm a soft girl and I'm friendly, but I'm very tough. Yeah, so, and it takes a lot for people to know that I laugh loud and laugh badly. Yeah. And I'm a nice person. I just need to be understood. And I think people don't know that I need to be understood. I love being very pampered. Show me that, like, I love feeling loved. Yeah. If people won't understand that, they'll be like, she's so like, she's just so self-centered. But I'm not self-centered. I just love being understood.
Yeah. So is there one superstition or traditional belief that you always secretly believe
in? Superstition. Yes. When my right hand itches me, I always run to my friend right a certain figure of money, because I believe that if your hand is itching, money is coming. If your right hand itches, money is coming to it. And if your left hand itches, money is going.
Yeah.
Yes. If my right eye twitches,
Yeah.
I know I'm going to see someone I love so much. If the left eye twitches, something bad is going to happen.
Yo, amazing.
Yes, I really believe. In fact,
superstition.
every time my hand itches, I look around, run to a friend because you cannot write for yourself.
Yeah.
Just can tell someone, write for me this amount of money. And usually money comes. Sometimes that particular amount comes. Sometimes a different one.
Yeah.
But yeah, money definitely comes.
If you could ask yourself, your past self, a question, what will the question be?
If I would ask myself a question, I would definitely ask myself why I did some things, like some reactions weren't necessary. Some things. So, like times when I get so emotional and just cry and be like, did you really have to cry? Like, couldn't you just okay it?
If you could meet any of your heroes, what audience would you have with them and what will you tell them?
If I met one of my heroes, I would definitely get so emotional.
Yeah.
But then I would want to take pictures with them, ask them how they were able to make it that far in life. And
who in particular?
I have a lot of people that I like.
You could share?
Number one is Sadio Mane. I'm not a soccer person, but I just like Sadio Mane.
Why?
I like how he loves his nation and how he has done a lot of charity things for his country. Yeah, it's so nice. Yeah, he has a hospital. His actions are like, they're seen like, even if they say being in soccer, you achieve a lot of money. Yeah. But he has used his money well to come and develop his home country. Yeah. There is nothing nice like that. Yeah. I like Sadio Mane so much. And I really look forward to being like him, that even when God blesses you with money, you don't forget home. You always have to remember where you're coming from. Yeah. And I also like Zari, the boss lady.
Oh, why?
Yeah. She's a lady and she's so hardworking. Believe me, I always watch Young African and Famous, and however much people, Zari doesn't make a mistake. However much people try to guilt trip her, in my mind, I'm like, Zari, you can't guilt, like, she doesn't. She's perfect to me. Very perfect, and I really look out to her. And I want to live her life, and I want to work hard.
Have those many kids, multiple husbands.
No, that. But I respect her decisions, because let me tell you, she was a widow. All her big kids are from one man. And her trying out something with Diamond, she didn't do it to the perspective that I'm going to be with Diamond, and if things fail with Diamond, then I move to Shakib. No. Diamond frustrated her in her relationship. That's why she decided to move and look for where. Let me tell you, women settle where there is.
But she was with Diamond when her husband was still alive.
Was she?
Yeah.
So even if let me tell you, Zari is by the time man, let me tell you, her husband was a tycoon. And you don't know, like, people look, we just see the surface parts of every relationship, but deep down you don't know what she's going through in her relationship. Only her can describe.
But could it also be like the other way? Like, you really don't know what was going through with Diamond, you don't know what was going through with her former late husband, you don't know what's going through with Shakib.
Yes, but by the time she's still settled in with Shakib, she's found peace, and there is no smooth relationship.
Do tell us about your love and relationship. Like this men in your life that inspire you to be like Zari.
Yeah, the part of where she's so hardworking, being able to afford your bills, to afford your lifestyle, to take care of your family, to be able to be independent with or without a man, you still thrive. Like, a man is like a substitute in your life. though we all need men, I also need a man.
No,
Because-
do tell.
because-
They might be in the audience. They might be with the
Yes.
director there.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do need a man. but,
What kind of man?
That would be a topic for another time. But
They might be in the audience,
yes.
or they get through to your DM and your
Let them get
IG
through
and your
to my
page.
DM, and then I'll tell them my ideal kind of man.
Yeah, okay,
Only
okay.
that you just have to be God-fearing.
Yeah,
You need to be able to have a vision. You need to be able to understand me. We need to be friends. Not
Yeah.
like, of course, everything starts with friendship.
yeah.
You need to be tall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that.
So for the short guys, they don't have.
Come on, where will I take them?
It's
I'm
love. It's the
tall.
height. It's all the height.
Anyway, let me tell
Yeah,
you
they
one
might-
thing.
they
Let me
might
tell
be
you the
short,
secret
but-
about short men.
Yeah,
Short men will treat you better.
yeah.
They will treat you better than any other. These tall men, we want them, but they're just whole. It's just another bunch, like a stone in your eye.
Yeah,
These short men,
yeah,
they will spoil you, they will
Yeah.
treat you well, they will spend on you, but they're
Yeah.
very honest. They would even like give you your dream life.
then go for them.
Yes, if you're serious.
Yeah,
if you're serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back to business.
So all the other ones were short, or what happened?
Which other ones?
The other ones who were ditched.
No. They were average, but just that if something has refused, it has refused. You don't have to force something.
Yeah,
Yes, you don't have to force something with a man.
yeah.
You just have to, if someone is meant to be yours, you will feel it. And it will happen.
Yeah, so what are you always like, as we wrap this up, what are you always going to intuitions? Like, how do you know this is right, or this is wrong, or this is going somewhere, or this is just dead
That's how you
on the
talk.
instance?
Like,
Yeah.
there is someone you meet and who's very manipulative, very
Mm.
aggressive, arrogant. Like, there is someone you meet and he's so kind, and you're like, God. And such men are always married. Like, you find someone who's so kind to you, and it's that he's married, and you can't the thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, no worries. I think you'll hope to get some who are kind, good,
Yeah.
and unmarried.
And I'm patient.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, patience is good. Patience is a virtue. Yeah.
Because I'm not settling for less. I'm
Yo.
going to, I want the best. I'm aiming for the top,
Yeah, aiming for the skies.
for the skies.
Everyone is aiming for the skies.
For the skies.
Yeah.
What about the laws? Who are going to take the laws?
Who are going to take the short
Guys,
man?
every guy you meet, what kind of man? I want the best. Okay, who is the best?
I'll take the short man, but I can't take the whole of them. But let me tell you.
Yeah, tell us.
Like, everything has an advantage and disadvantage.
Uh-huh.
You see the short men?
Just
They can
get,
spoil us and everything, but they have anger issues.
just get
But if not, that's like an issue.
get your problem, take medicine, and grow with it. You become okay. It's just like sickness. There's no man who is perfect, by the way. But
Yeah, there is no man who is
if we still continue saying this thing that we want to we aim for the highest. Okay, what is the highest that you mean?
The
I
highest
want
that
the
you
best.
mean.
What
Yeah,
is the
so
best?
so you want a tall man. Like, you find like a guy is like 7, 8, or tall. Will you
No,
take them?
when I say I want aim for the best,
Yeah.
I do not settle for less.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean that
Yeah.
you don't have to. It could be about career. Like, I would be in a relationship with him, but
Yeah.
I'm not happy with how I'm being treated. So
Yeah.
I'll settle for the best.
For the
I'll
best,
say that the best could be finding a man who treats me the way I want
Yeah,
to be treated.
because also me, I tend to see like being treated is a give and take kind of
Yes,
situation.
it's a
Like,
two-way
if I
situation.
want
It's a
to be
two-way
treated
sport.
right,
It is a two-way
I have
sport.
to treat the other people
I'm
right
speaking with-
so that they
Yes,
reciprocate.
reciprocate.
Yeah, because you
I'm
can't expect to be treated right when you yourself are not
Gentlemen.
treating other people right.
I'm
Yeah.
speaking with
It is
experience
paradoxical.
where I was bullied in a relationship.
Do tell.
Yes, where I was bullied
Yeah.
and I was frustrated. I lost weight. So when I tell you, do not settle for less. Do not settle for a toxic relationship.
So if you lose
What
weight,
happened? What happened
you-
during this
Have you gained
toxicity?
weight?
Like, are there?
Like, for Look
Are
at me now.
Yeah, are there like specific things that you can tell us or say that these are the toxic traits of this person that really,
man.
yeah,
You should know you're dating a woman. She's a girl. She's a baby.
Yeah.
Don't treat her like a baby.
yeah,
Make her happy.
Yeah.
Small things. Small things like calling her, gifting her, buying her chocolates. They just bought me chocolates. Should I show them to you?
By who?
I have someone gifted me chocolate. Like small things.
But and then also like now from your perspective, like are there things like what are those small things that you also do to them and give to them?
Yeah, like praising. Man, there is nothing that a man likes. Make him feel like he's a man.
So your small is just praising.
No praising. Yeah, like,
Will praising
like
feed them? Will praising?
If we're going for a vacation,
Yeah.
you should be able to pay the bills.
Who pay the bills?
The man pay the bills.
And you?
Look, me, I just have to carry lip gloss in my bag. Look good and carry lip gloss in my bag.
Treat your man the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah.
I'll look good for
Yeah,
me.
like if you want him to take you to Bali, at least also take him to Maldives. Yeah, you can't take him to Kololo and then now you expect him to.
That's the bit 50-50 now. Like he clears all the bills, we like calm and like beautiful.
So what do you bring if he clears all the bills?
I'll bring babies.
Oh
I'll bring
God.
babies to my family.
Let's end this interview.
Oh God. Oh God. This is such a hard discussions. Because I feel the buy is here, the provision is here. So I really don't know.
Women are meant to be provided. It's written. The Bible says women are meant to be provided.
Tell me where in the Bible. You people must quote these things. Tell me where in the Bible. Right now I need to check.
Yeah.
Tell me where in the Bible it says the woman is supposed to be provided for.
But even on your wedding day, when you're going down,
Yeah, but it's a two-way thing.
The priest and the father will tell you, this is your wife.
Yeah.
Women are meant to be provided for. Then me as the woman, they'll ask me. As the woman, they'll ask me in sickness and in health.
That is what the men are. That's the point that is taken by both the men and the woman.
Yeah, I think provision is two ways.
Where is it saying
Tell me if you get broke and see if that woman will be with you for all that time.
Yeah, so you are with me because of my money. Because of what I can give to you.
No.
You contradict.
Yeah, because I tend to see you see like I think how we felt in
you're confusing.
No, not confusing.
No.
I tend to think
viewers, even if it were you.
Yeah, because I tend to think.
Would you settle for less? A man who can stingy man?
No, but what do you mean settling for less? Because you see, like you've talked about two contradictory things. Like this guy is a provider, he gives you everything, but he's still a bully.
If he's a provider,
this guy.
I
What's a stingy man?
Also, if he's a provider, you still.
I stay with him even if he's cheating on me, as long as I have everything I need.
Women don't know what they want. That's all I can say.
Because
now, what is a stingy man? You know that
I'm like, I think
whom you're saying is stingy.
Yeah.
There's a woman he's providing for.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not yours. Why are you with him?
And then I tend to
that's why I was telling you, you should not settle for less.
What is less?
Where you are loved. Less is
but you're saying, you're contradicting yourself because you're saying this guy is giving you the money, but he's abusing you. And also, so is that provision?
And also another thing,
that
don't settle for less, settle whether you're provided. That means the only thing you're coming with me for
is for provision.
Who wants a life that is actually who doesn't want a good life? Me, I don't want I like a good life.
No, but that's trouble. Because you've talked about that this guy was providing for doing something for you, but you're also like emotionally drained, you are depressed, you're being abused, you cut weight. So now you'd rather cut weight and you have money.
After there is cutting weight, then you go and start hustling from zero and you don't have a starting point. But as I look for that better person, I'll still stay around and tolerate your toxicness. You just find a way to do about it. Because I'd rather cry, be like Regina Daniels.
You cry in a beamer
than being there, we are all broke and then you're crying. No.
I'm speechless, guys. I really
Please
don't know. Because this is just like too much. Because I think people love peace. But I think there are people who they just want problems. Like you see, like you just like abuse, you just like, yeah, man. Like you'd rather have peace. Like you'd rather eat like your chicomando and stuff than have all that 5-star treatment and then you're emotionally abused. What do you make of it? You'd rather just cry in a beamer.
Yes, definitely. I'll cry catching flights. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so frustrated. Let me travel to Bali and relax a bit.
Relax a bit in your misery and problems.
Yes.
And diseases.
Yes.
Nursing diseases.
No.
Yeah, because of course, if he's not with you, he'll be poking his wee
Let me tell you.
1,000,001 ladies.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
If that by the time the man is doing that, you think he's getting sex from home?
Yeah.
He doesn't get it from home.
Yeah.
And he will avoid you.
Yeah.
And you also avoid him. But it also doesn't mean that.
So you'll also avoid him and still expect providence.
No. Yeah, of course, but I'm your wife. You're supposed to. I'll be like, we need this for Baba Kundi. We need this for the children. I need this. You give me because I'm your woman. But it doesn't mean that I'm also going to just sit there and be like a doll in the family and just because you're cheating or treating me without. The time I just ask, we file for a divorce. 50-50.
What is 50-50? So what I've worked for, you want to come and take?
By the time you married me, you wanted us to do that thing.
No, but like there are some laws that says that the only money you get is what you've currently what you've currently amassed. And then there's now like these men who now maybe tell their properties to bond. So I think a man is rich. Then it's like, me, I don't have money.
Yeah,
tied with myself.
Was it Ronaldo?
No, the footballer. Yeah. So
it
wasn't a mean. It was a mean thing to do.
Anyway, he's right. I respect his decision. But for me, I would struggle with my. This is just to motivate you all. But what I would personally do,
because
my relationship, I'll cry my tears and show up every day happy.
No, because I think I'll just be contradictory. Like I'd rather like staying in an abusive relationship and you have money. Nah.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense.
I would walk out of it.
No, not even would you walk out of it. Like it's not about the money. Money is a means to an end. Yeah. Like you're here today, it's gone tomorrow. Yeah. So you can't be like you're emotionally abused, you're broken, your ribs, you're nursing pain, and then that's like a lifelong ailment. And then you trade that for just value of just money. Like your emotional well-being and mental wellness. Trading it for money. Come this side. I talk about this men that
you guys.
Yeah, what if they're short and they have money? They have all the money in the world.
As long as
and they're dark and ugly.
Treatment, catching flights, buying cars.
Man, you can even catch your flights alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I told you.
But why do you need a man to catch flights?
I'm a girl. However rich you are, a man is a man. You have to provide for me. His money is our money. My money is my money. Okay, the handsome man.
Good luck to you, gentlemen.
You.
Good luck to you, man. Here is just pure
trouble. Earlier you wanted to help me. I think you can now have a second for me. But his money is our money.
And your money?
Is my money. Isn't it?
Born a director.
I lost words.
Set the bar high. Target the top. Because every time you bend low for someone else is willing to spoil you at whatever conditions you give. Even if you tell him I want a Range Rover, he'll give it to you as long as you've met the right person. Also, I'm telling you, do not settle and do not get desperate for anything, because whatever is meant to be will find you. But just that some of us rush, and then you give birth for other men, and then by the time you've gotten your blessing, you already have like children with someone else. But just do not settle. Do not settle where you feel unloved, where you feel, as long as your instincts feel something is off, do not settle. Aim for the stars.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. What a wonderful way to end this
Yeah.
particular episode of Homa Bay Unplugged. Voices from the heart of the lake. Aim for the stars, and thanks for having you in this wonderful show.
You're welcome.
Yeah, like, post, share, subscribe. Tell a
Yes.
friend, tell a friend, tell a friend about this amazing show. And you have a guest that you would like to be featured on this show, please kindly don't fail to reach us if you have products that you need to help sponsor this show, or you want to have an advertisement slot on this particular episode, on any other particular episode on this show. Feel free to reach us and to us, and we'll most definitely get back to you. And as you said, this is where it happens.
Yeah.
If we didn't hear it anywhere else, you'll be hearing it here first. Yeah. Thanks for having us. Until the next episode. Peace. Awesomeness.